I think that based on the job specification in terms of the requirements for the role, but also the responsibilities, the reason that I'm genuinely really interested in it is because I love the idea of being able to manage my own projects from end to end. I love the idea of being able to have both client interaction, but also have the interaction with the candidates as well. And to genuinely be sort of that point of call for the candidates in terms of support in getting their first job. I'm also quite driven. I like the idea that my role would be target driven, and I like the fact that I would be responsible for my own sort of progression, development, and my own successes. So for those sort of fundamental reasons, I think that it's the perfect job for me. I love interacting with people as well, and I think that is absolutely vital for recruitment. So that is, broadly speaking, what I would expect someone to respond with if I was asking them why they wanted the role. The reason I want to pinpoint that is because quite a lot of the time when I ask people why they want the job or why they want the role, they start talking about why they want to work for the company, and that's fundamentally not what we're asking. I want to know why you want that job on a day-to-day basis and why you want to be doing those responsibilities. In an ideal world, I'd probably look at someone answering that within about 2 to 3 minutes, so I'd say probably go into a little bit more depth, and I'd also probably say at the end of it, just say, this is why I want the role, but as an added bonus, I think that the company is great because of these reasons. So for example, for me, it would be the fact that it's recruitment for graduates and working with the types of companies that we work with.
Good question. I think my salary expectations would be in the region of 23 to 25. That's based on other applications that I've gone on at the moment for similar roles in similar sized companies. Also based on my experience, I think that's a pretty competitive offer. The reason I'd answer like that is you don't want to sell yourself short, but also you don't want to sound unreasonable and too fussy. Fundamentally, salary shouldn't be the be-all and end-all of if someone wants you, but often it can be a little bit of a deciding factor. If you put a bit of context into the answer and explain that you've got other applications ongoing, you've seen other job adverts, you've done research, A, it shows that you're interested in the role because you're looking at similar roles, and B, it gives them a bit of context to understand what their competitors are doing in terms of salaries, offers, and making their offer generally seem like a competitive offer.
So this is always a tough one, but I think I might give one example of a strength and one example of a weakness. My biggest strength, I would say, is that I can work very hard and concentrate very hard for long periods of time. So really good at sort of emails and things like that, kind of quickly and concisely, and do that very well. And then my biggest weakness, I'd say, is actually that I can often be kind of too organised, to the point where I potentially spend more time on that than I probably should. And yeah, it's been my two.